In honor of Zlatan retiring, let's do the Sweden all-time 11. Let's go. Before we start though, if you guys could please hit that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. The support would mean a lot and help me keep making videos for you all. Okay, let's get back into it. At goalkeeper, we are starting Ronnie Hellstrom. Played in the 60s and 70s for Hammarby in Sweden before moving to Germany to play for Kaiserslautern. Must have been real good because that club isn't even in the Bundesliga anymore. Aside from his great shot stopping, we have to include him because he has one of the coolest nicknames ever, the Flying Viking. At right back, we're going Orvar Bergmark. He was one of the greatest right backs ever produced in Europe, playing in the 50s and 60s, mostly for Örebro, but he also played a little bit for Roma. He was Sweden's Player of the Year in 1958, and he actually helped Sweden become runners-up at the 1958 World Cup. That's crazy. Like, you don't think of Sweden doing that. So he definitely deserves a spot as our starting right back. Our first center back is going to be Bengt Gustafsson. He started off as a midfielder, and he scored 3 goals in his first match, but for some reason the coach decided that he'd be a better defender. Kind of weird, but in the end it worked because he ended up being one of the best Swedish defenders of all time. He was part of that 1958 World Cup runner-up squad as well. Played mostly for IFK Norrköping and then moved to Atalanta where he became their star. Our second center back is going to be Bjorn Nordqvist. He played in the 60s and 70s for IFK Norrköping and then moved to PSV Eindhoven where he won titles with both teams. He also played professional ice hockey and bandy as well, which is super cool. Eric Nilsson is going in at left back. He was a one-club man at Malmo during the 30s, 40s, and 50s and helped them win 5 league titles. He also had a lot of national team success. He took 4th place in the 1938 World Cup, won a gold medal at the 1948 Summer Olympics, was 3rd place in the 1950 World Cup, and took home a bronze medal at the 1952 Summer Olympics. Basically, he helped Sweden play really well. He's also one of the only 2 players to play in the World Cup before and after World War II, so you know this guy's an absolute sweat. In the center mid position, we're going to go Niels Lidholm. He was usually an attacking midfielder, but he's also known to be a great holding midfielder and a deep lying playmaker, so we're going to put him in that role. If you've ever played Mario Strikers, you know when they pass the ball around to build up the power of the ball? This is basically what this guy did. He was a phenomenal passer, phenomenal crosser, completely unselfish, hard worker, very good sportsman, was never booked once during his time in Italy. He played a lot of his career in Sweden before moving to Milan and becoming one of Milan's greatest players, being part of that Swedish Granoli trio. He helped Milan win 4 Scudettos and was a runner-up to the European Cup in 1958. He also won the gold medal for Sweden in 1948 and was a World Cup runner-up in 1958 as well. At attacking mid, we're going to go Gunnar Gren. He was the second of the Granoli trio at Milan and the Sweden national team. When he was a kid, he was so good at juggling at football that they actually signed him to a professional football club. He was also part of those Swedish teams that won the Olympics in 1948 and was a runner-up to the World Cup in 1958. He's so good that they built a statue of him outside one of the stadiums in Sweden. On the left side, we're going to put Lennart Skoglund, an Inter Milan legend who won 2 Serie A titles with him in 9 years. He was also part of those teams that took 3rd at the 1950 World Cup and 2nd at the 1958 World Cup. He was known as being one of the best dribblers ever, and that's why we're going to put him onto our team. The dude had amazing ball control, amazing distribution, and could beat any defender he wanted. If you couldn't stop Skoglund on the left wing, you're going to have a tough time on the right wing as well because we're going to put in Kurt Hamren, another Serie A legend, mostly for Fiorentina. He was also an amazing dribbler, had good vision, had phenomenal pace, was great with both feet. So if you're getting in front of him, you're not going to stop him because he's going to nutmeg you and score a goal. The only big problem was that he was very injury prone, but other than that, he was a phenomenal player and won lots of trophies. There's a reason that Fiorentina considers him one of their greatest players ever. Up front, we're going to have a strike partnership, and the first one is going to be Gunnar Nordahl, the third of the Granoli trio at AC Milan and Sweden national team. He was a 5-time Capocannoniere award winner in Serie A, which is more than any other player in Italy. He is Milan's all-time record goal scorer. With him up top, there's a good chance that we're going to be scoring a lot of goals this Sweden team. And lastly, we are going to have Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Need I say more? The Lion played everywhere, dominated everywhere, decided that he was going to retire in America, made it look like a pony league, and then taekwondoed his way back into Europe and won again. Happy retirement to the legend and the greatest Swedish player of all time. And as usual, we gotta have our 12th man. It's gonna be Henrik Larsson, one of the greatest Celtic players of all time. The dude was a phenomenal goal scorer. In 1999, he broke his leg and then came back the very next year and won the European Golden Shoe. I don't think I need to say any more. Him coming off the bench is gonna be phenomenal. Okay, so there you have it. This is the all-time Sweden starting 11. At goalkeeper, we have Ronnie Hellstrom. Right back, Orvar Bergmark. Center backs will be Bengt Gustafsson and Bjorn Nordqvist. Left back, Eric Nilsson. Holding midfielder, Niels Lidholm. Attacking mid, Gunnar Gren. On the right side, Kurt Hamren. On the left side, Lennart Skoglund. And up front, a strike partnership of Gunnar Nordahl and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This is a pretty strong team, and I like it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This was a really fun one to do, especially in honor of Zlatan retiring recently. So leave a comment below what you think, if you would make any changes, if you would add anybody else in. And like I said earlier, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot if you did. And keep watching the channel. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.